Rising with the morning sun, got no work today. Hey, Ginge, let me know when we go live. I'm just going to practice singing Jimmy Houston. You might find me up on the bayou.
I think we're live right now.
Why is the red light on?
Oh, we're live, guys.
We are live right now. Oh, my gosh, ladies and gentlemen.
Sing it again.
That red light means that it's Wednesday night, and it's time for the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. And I'm your host, Pat Renwick, and guess what? Guess what? It's Legends Month. It's Legends Month. And you know what that means? We're going to take you, we're going to escape. Gingy, DJ Gingy, give me a beat. Give me a beat, DJ Gingy. Come on. Let's go. Saturday morning. You remember. Maybe you don't remember. If you don't remember, Google it. It's amazing times. Saturday morning, outdoor fishing on TV. The TNN block.
TNN?
The Outdoor Channel. ESPN.
Yes, sir.
The Beauty. Bob Cobb. The Bassmasters. You hear it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you excited?
Very.
Are you feeling it?
Happy Legends Month.
It is Happy Legends Month. All kinds of goodness.
I'm excited.
Wait a minute. Who's this, Ryan? Who's this?
Oh, I know who that is.
It's your dude. It's one of your guys. It's Hank Parker. It's Hank. What else you got? Oh, no,
That's
that's Bill
not Hank.
Dance.
That's Billy.
Excuse me. You know what I
Billy
meant.
D.
It's my boy Billy. Pardon me.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, there's. Sorry, that's
House
Hank.
needs painting.
Yes.
Grass needs mowing.
Where's he
Where's
at?
he at?
Where's he at? He's gone fishing.
He's gone fishing.
That's Hank. There it is. What else we got? What else we got worked up?
Kids Corner.
He's a great American fisherman.
Oh. Roland Morgan. Yes. What else you got, Ginge? What else you got? Oh,
I hitch my boat onto the back of my
that's
truck.
right. Paul Benson's buddy.
Called a friend and said,
Orlando
"Let's go
Wilson.
drive up."
I remember that
He said,
well.
"I'm
Oh, yeah.
sorry, buddy, I can't
Give me
go."
another beat, Miss Jackson.
Rip the head of your lizard, just break it off and put it back out.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yep. Leading off Legends Month. Ladies and gentlemen, escape with us to the days of yesteryear. One night only on Straycast tonight. We got Jimmy Houston coming at you. That is right. Jimmy's kicking off Legends Month. And he's coming at you live. All kinds of amazingness.
Yeah, man.
That is right. That is right. Hey, I want to tell everybody, first off, thank you so much for the birthday well wishes. Thank you so much. Everyone, all you Bass Galaxy.
You are welcome.
Well loved. Well loved. I appreciate it. Thanks, Ryan. Ryan's the only one that sent me.
Oh, that was for other people.
Yeah,
too? Okay.
But you know what? It's bass fishing time. It's time to enjoy Legends Month here on Straycast Outdoor Cartoon Television.
Was this a birthday present to yourself?
This was a birthday present to me. This entire Legends Month
a hell of a gift.
is a birthday present to me. I'm not going to kid you. I'm not going to kid you. But and as a birthday present to you, I'm going to extend Legends Month into December. Actually, that's what's going to happen.
Sweet.
But speaking of extends, this guy right over here to my right, ladies and gentlemen, he extends the extra amount always, above and beyond. His middle name is Beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Beyond Popcorn.
I work for a long-established firm.
With Chungo. With Tagre.
This jacket's getting a little small.
Ryan Linder in the finest.
Yeah. Yeah, you
In the
see that?
finest of Tri-Line.
There it is.
Vintage Berkeley Tri-Line jacket.
Embroidered.
Yes.
Yes, sir. It used to say Shelly right here.
Shelley
took
was
that
like
off.
Shelley was like a Berkeley field rep's wife.
I think
That's
it was,
what that's
I think
what
it was a
happened.
Bass and Gals partner.
Yeah.
Guys and gals.
But you look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
In your vintage Abu Gracia hat.
Thank
and
you.
your Berkeley Tri-Line.
Yeah, man.
Shirt. That is absolutely.
I tried getting a Western shirt, but
Well, we got plenty
Couldn't find one,
plenty of legend.
Jen threw away my white corduroys.
Plenty of Legend Month coming at you. Yeah, they're gone.
She did. Pretty sure she did.
She
we
threw
got
it out.
beef.
Gone. Gone. You know who's not gone? Who's still here and still in college and doing well? He's our intern. He's old Dickie Mo himself. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for college Danny, the intern, Danny Mohan. How you doing,
Yes,
Danzo?
sir. Doing great, Pat.
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Couldn't be doing better.
It's another Wednesday night.
It is.
How many shows is this for you now?
I think I might have like.
This is a four-banger?
Four,
I think I might got 5. Got
4 or 5?
Got 5 under my belt
Seasoned
now.
veteran.
Wow,
I
and
know.
one solo.
Seasoned veteran.
I also I turned 22 in 5 days, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm getting old, man.
Remind me
I'm-
again in 5
deuce
days.
deuce.
I'm getting old, so.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you are, Dan.
Yeah.
Straight cast, outdoor cartoon television.
Yep.
So you kind of got involved in an experience here.
Honestly, I mean, I just jumped
Like-
right in. It's been great.
And it's like you get to hang out with some amazing bass fishing professionals now.
I do. It's
Wh-
cool.
What do you like the guy sitting
the guy
next to
sitting
you,
next to you.
the #1 professional in the word bass fishing world, the word professional, I should say.
Yes.
He's the definition of the word professional. He ain't done dirt cheap. He's the lord of the half-ounce jig. Cracks him on the alpha angler hitter. Ladies and gentlemen, should I introduce him? Yeah, it's JP High, the hip-hop fisherman. Ciao. What's up, Jape?
Yeah.
How you doing, bud? What's going on?
What's good, guys? What's good?
How is your current state of being?
It's good.
You're
It's
good?
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm officially Indianian.
Yeah, you really seem in a good mood today. I mean, you really seem up. Is it Legends Month?
It's Legends Month.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it Legends Month?
It's Jimmy time.
It's Jimmy time.
Let's get it.
It's very responsible of you. That's very responsible of you.
He's
Jake.
got a new job, too.
He does.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
He's making jigs.
He's actually tying jigs in a sweatshop.
He's actually got his own factory.
in Korea.
Yeah.
He just
heated,
flew in
too.
from Korea.
Yeah.
Speaking of heated,
But if
Are your
anyone's
arms tired?
watching, I need a real job.
you know, sometimes I can.
That's a real job.
Sometimes I can see the flames
Hit him up for jigs.
Coming
It'll
off the
become more of
heat.
a real job.
coming off the heat of his head. Speaking of heat, you know who he is. Who is he, Ryan?
He's the ginger pop. No.
Ginger
punk
pop
rock.
pop.
Ginger punk rock producer.
Ginger pop punk rock producer.
Yes.
Now, I want to clear something up. Now, people. Andrew Ellenberger, the Ginger Ninja.
Yeah.
Now, Andy, now stick your hand up, Andy, and there you are on the camera. That is the Ginger Ninja, okay? This guy over here in the Berkeley Trilene jacket is Popcorn. For some reason, why do people sometimes confuse Ginger Ninja and Popcorn? Andy, why do they do that? I want to know.
It must be the ginger beer.
Is it
Yeah.
is it the gingerness of your beards?
There's a lot of ginger on this face.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
And he's progressing into more gingerness as he gets older.
I know.
You see that? He's becoming more of a young Kris Kringle.
It's true.
He's not crotchety enough yet.
No.
Before you get full blown.
I'm getting there, man.
Yeah, you'll learn.
Keep the snow coming in November.
But so just for the record, the guy with the Trilene jacket on, that's Ryan Whitaker. He's Popcorn. And the guy over there that produces and engineers the show, that's Andrew Ellenberger, the Ginger Ninja. He's right there. Boom, kapow. So, as you know, Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television, every Wednesday night, it's a place to give stuff away, for us to give stuff away and you to win free stuff. So what do you think? What's it going to be tonight, guys? You tell me. I have no clue. What's going on? What are we giving away? What's it going to be?
Tonight we're giving away $50 worth of Bite Me Tackle.
Bite Me Tackle.
One lucky winner. All you got to do is like and share.
Bite Me Tackle jig heads.
It's like the easiest contest on the interweb.
They got
Interwebs.
all kinds of tubes heads, Neds heads,
Tubes heads,
swim
Neds
baits
heads, swim heads,
Every head you need,
drag heads, fat tube heads, skinny tube heads.
they got them. It's real easy. Like and share, as JP said, the live Facebook feed. Take it off a private, okay? Take it off a private so we can see it in the randomizer. We pick a winner at the end of the show, and walla boom, walla bang, you get 50 bones worth of Bite Me jig heads. It's that easy.
Cannot beat that.
Are you ready? You
Can't
guys
beat that.
You guys want to get into Legends Month? Is it
Let's
time?
get into
Did I
this.
forget anything?
No, he's already.
Quit making Jimmy wait.
Did I forget anything?
No.
Okay. Let's do it. Put the power poles down. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with Jimmy Houston, and I mean it.
The revolution is now. The new day of the proper Bassin Man has dawned. The spirits soar, and the forests echo with laughter. The rise of the proper Bassin Man is now. Ask yourself, are you proper Bassin?
step up your game. It has been said that professionals are only as good as the tools they work with, and Alpha Angler has developed the ultimate set of tools for you, the competitive angler. Alpha Angler custom rods, brought to fruition by the passion of master craftsman Jake Boomer and 2017 BASS Angler of the Year Brandon Palaniuk. Alpha Angler rods are custom made in the USA, designed and engineered to be perfect. Alpha Angler utilizes a very unconventional approach to making the very best bass rods, from drop shotting to flipping. Alpha Angler's focus is on building perfectly balanced tournament-grade bass rods at an affordable price. Join the Alphalution today and purchase direct at alphaangler.com. Step up your game. alphaangler.com.
The TH Marine HydroWave H2 KVD edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The HydroWave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The HydroWave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
Throw farther, get some Kevin Van Dam's line and lure. You can launch it a mile. Still going. Well, better stick to fishing.
This is cool, guys, but I can't hear a thing. I know y'all having fun. Sign language. I'm glad you're using the right finger.
It was a balmy July evening in 1944. The sky rumbled as a meteorite crashed into the barn. It was there, that Texas night, that the emergence of the super bassin man, the proper bassin man, the future legend of the sport, Jimmy Houston. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is right now. It's Super Basser Jimmy Houston. That is right. Kapow! Welcome to the show, bud.
What's up, Jimmy?
Yes, I'm.
Hey, you know what you're gonna. You know what you're gonna need to do.
Tell me.
You're gonna need to get those hemorrhoids checked.
I have not been able to sit still.
I can see the way you're moving that you have some major problems. Yeah, I know that.
No,
he checked them. They're still there.
I know.
Yeah, they're there. I'm just fidgety.
That took you.
You should see my knees.
I'll figure that one out, didn't
it? Jimmy, it's great to have you back, man. Welcome back to the show. This is our first time Skyping with you.
Yeah, it is. This technology is really wild. I'm just now learning YouTube real good, and here we are Skyping. So I don't know about that. I've done a little bit of this Skyping before. We used to do it when we were out of the country, and somebody told us we could do this and talk to our folks back home for pennies a minute or something, and so that's what we did. But this has got to be costing you a fortune, though, huh?
Oh yeah, it's if you saw our phone bill after this, Jimmy.
Yeah. Well, but
See, because it
yeah,
has
but
to
for
go.
a guy like you, money's not a
You're
object.
right. You're exactly right. Because it just shoots. We get the extended plan. It goes from the one satellite directly to Oklahoma. So we got the budget plan. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, you got a big budget. I know that.
Hey, now I want to say something here with the utmost respect, okay? Now I know, and I'm gonna say, Mr.
Be careful.
I'm gonna say now Jimmy. I'm adjusting my chair. It's not what you said earlier. So I know.
I know what your problem is. That's okay. That's okay. That can happen to anybody.
I know you like to get a little windy, Jimmy. You like to talk, don't you?
I'm a real quiet, shy type guy.
I know. I know. So I figured what I need to do here is the first part of the interview, in order to kind of keep you brief. What I am going to do, if you allow me to, is I am going to hypnotize you. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I've been hypnotized for 30 or 40 years. I thought maybe you might snap me out of it.
Well, we're gonna, but I need you to relax, okay? Are you relaxed, Jimmy?
No, I'm relaxed, man. I'm laid back.
Okay, all right. Now,
I'm so cool. I wear sunglasses at night.
My thoughts exactly.
all right, let's get into a hypnotic trance here. Okay, it's the hypnotic trance. Are you feeling it, Jimmy? Are you getting there?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
Now we're gonna take you back. 1944, San Marcos, Texas. Okay, Jimmy Houston born. Jimmy Houston is born. Now I need you to think, Jimmy. At what age did the infatuation with the bass begin? What age?
3 months old.
3 months old. Okay.
Yes.
3 months old. I'm gonna take it.
Remember, I'm hypnotized.
I know.
Remember, 3 months old.
Okay, this is the truth. Now,
I can't remember catching my first bass. Had to be 3 months old.
okay. Okay, and now I want to take. Okay, let's keep evolving. Okay, Jimmy, you're progressing as a human. Now it is 1968. Okay, 1968, Jimmy. Where's my hypnotized? I need hypnotized. Where's the hypnotizers? Okay, 1968. Jimmy, BASS, the derb you fished. All right, what was that? Eufaula. It was Eufaula, right? I'm going off my brain.
Eufaula, Alabama.
Eufaula, Alabama. I think you come in. You were
There
in
you go.
the top.
Was that the second tournament? Was that the second tournament BASS had, or the third?
I think that would. I'm gonna say.
checking your memory.
I'm gonna say that was the third one, but I could be wrong.
I think maybe you're right. I think it was Beaver, and it was either Smith Lake or Eufaula that was second. I'm just not sure which.
I believe it was the third one. Yeah, I believe it was third. But I want you to.
Hey, I'm gonna go with your brain.
Jimmy, you're hypnotized. You cannot ask the therapist questions yet. You cannot ask the therapist questions yet, Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
All right,
I hear you.
You're still
I am
hypnotized.
hypnotized.
Okay. Now I need you to describe your confidence level back then in 1968. Describe the confidence level of the bass fisherman Jimmy Houston.
Well, actually, I thought it was pretty good, because I fished my first tournament a couple years earlier when I was a senior in college, and I won 2 of the first 3 tournaments I fished. So my confidence level was actually pretty high, although I didn't really know when I got down there I was going to end up catching a fish out in the middle of the lake. But that's what I knew to do. I mean, it was one of those tournaments that accidentally fell right into my the good range for me to fish.
Right there.
I liked it.
All right, now let's jump up. All right, let's go 1976. 1976.
Don't you want to know if I caught any fish in that tournament?
No.
Don't you want to know if I caught any fish in that tournament?
No. We're just.
You don't care?
Do we have? Do we? No. Do we
I'm
have?
hypnotized.
I need electroshock for Jimmy. Do we have electroshock sound stuff? No. All right. Okay.
Good. I'm not Go ahead and give it a shot. I might like it.
How does
It's either shocking you or it's those hemorrhoids. I don't know. They're acting up. They got medication for that.
I'm fine. It's this dang chair now. Cut it out, Jimmy. Jimmy's making fun of me. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Mom, Jimmy's making fun
I'm
of
not
me.
making fun. No. I don't make fun of old people. I don't do that.
My mom says
He
you can't
respects
come
his
over
elders.
anymore.
Oh,
Or can we go back to being hypnotized, please, Jimmy? I didn't snap you out of it yet. All right, here we are.
I'm zapped, man. I'm zapped. I'm out. I'm good. One word answers. One word answers.
1976 BASS Angler of the Year. Describe how Jimmy Houston feels about the future of his bass fishing. The future of his bass fishing.
In 1976
Yes, sir.
or now? In 1976, I thought the future of bass fishing was going to be great. That was my second year to fish all of the BASS tournaments. I finished third the year before, and that was all I cared about that year. That was winning that Angler of the Year title. I got to tell you how important it was. It was more important than sex.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a big deal back then.
Strong
Wow,
statement.
that's what you're right.
I
Wow.
mean, especially for what, maybe
Yeah.
a 30-year-old Jimmy Houston, a spry, where you're probably about 30 then or something, right?
That
I mean,
red shirt.
Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah,
the white bell bottoms. I
That
mean,
red.
32. That'd be 32. I'm ciphering it up as we go.
Yeah.
I can still cipher even though I'm hypnotized.
You were a PIMP, Jimmy. We know that. We know that. All right. So now I'm going to take you to 2006, the inaugural season of the Elites. Okay? The inaugural season of the Elites. And you're launching on what was the first tournament? Amistad, right? The
Yes, sir.
first tournament on Amistad. Jimmy Houston, you're taking off in that Ranger boat, right? You're heading out. And I want you to
There you go.
here's the thoughts of Jimmy Houston. Let's think about you thinking about the 1968 Jimmy Houston. What is the 2006 Jimmy Houston? How does he see that 1968 Jimmy Houston?
Well, I don't think I was too much different. I don't know that I've changed any since that first tournament in '66 when I was a senior in college. Except, sure, I've got a lot older, but I don't think I've changed too much. What do you think?
No.
Nope.
And that's in
No,
exact.
don't answer that.
I don't wait. So what can we? I gotta unhypnotize him. Let's unhypnotize Jimmy and bring the real Jimmy back now. Okay. All right. Now, okay. All right. Now we're back.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Now, Jimmy, you can talk as long as you want. Now the show's yours. Now. Okay. Here's the show. So what I need.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it, man. I got it.
I'm-
I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm gonna go have that bowl of ice
Those were
cream.
nice, concise, short answers.
I'm gonna go have that bowl of ice
Yeah,
cream and a
that's well.
cheeseburger.
That's cool. Come back in 30 minutes.
Jimmy.
What is that? What is that? What is that medicine? What is that medicine that they have for those hemorrhoids? What is that called?
It's called preparation
Preparation
H.
H. Yeah.
What does the H stand for?
Oh, that's it. That's right. Yeah. They tell me that stuff really works. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I just
Am
got
I
to
the first
answer.
one that's noticed that?
Yeah, I'm just fidgety. That's the first time that the hemorrhoids have ever been brought up by a bass fishing legend. That's amazing.
Well,
You know what?
I kind of thought I might be the first one that noticed that. I was pretty nice. I could have mentioned 3 or 4 other diseases.
I assure you, you weren't
mean,
the first one to
hey,
notice it, Jimmy.
I could have. Yeah, you're right.
This is Jimmy. This I love. It's outstanding. Jimmy Houston, what are you doing now? What's going on with Jimmy Houston now? Like, what are you fishing next year? Are you? What's going on with you? What are you doing?
Well, I don't know. I haven't really made a decision about next year. This year here was year number 54, fishing national tournaments. Goes all the way back to 1966, and I haven't really decided. We qualified to fish the FLW at the top level. I'm talking to BASS also, and I did not get invited to MLS, so we do get to fish a Legends tournament there at Major League Fishing, and we did that this year. So we will fish one Major League Fishing tournament next year. But I haven't really decided. You know, it might be about time to hang it up, but I haven't really made a decision on that either. I'm probably going to I'm going to figure out in the next couple of weeks whether to fish tournaments next year or not. Well, you know, we're really real heavily involved in our YouTube channel now. I know that y'all are on YouTube, and we started a YouTube channel back the end of February. We took an old YouTube channel that we had from years back that we really never did anything with, and everybody got to talking about how great YouTube was getting. So we took that old channel, had give or take about 2,000 subscribers on it. Some of them have probably died, I don't know, but we had about 2,000. So we started working on that YouTube real hard, and we've got it up to about a little over 24,000 subscribers now in about 7 or 8 months. Which they tell me it's pretty good. I think it's pretty bad, to be honest with you. I kind of thought we'd have about 100,000 by now or something, but we're working on YouTube really, really hard.
You're kicking butt, man, and that's what I'm getting at. We're from the Chicagoland area, the home of the blues, you know, and I kind of see you as an old blues man. I think you're just gonna work and work and work and work and entertain and entertain and entertain until it's time to meet your maker. You know what I mean?
Well, you're right. You're right about that, Pat. There's no doubt. I don't know. I get asked all the time about retiring and quitting, and I won't do that. We'll still do 39 television shows. We've got all of our series in the can for next year. We'll be on the Discovery Channel, CBS Sports, WGN, Pursuit, WFN, quite a few different networks, and we'll be doing. We do 3 videos a week for YouTube. Beginning in January, we're actually going to read our daily devotional every single day. Do a video on our daily devotional every single day. Right now, we're doing it on Mondays here for the last couple of months of the year, but beginning in January, we'll do one every day. So we will have actually a video up every morning about 5 o'clock on our YouTube channel, and then plus our normal Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'll still speak at 20, 25 churches a year, do about 100 personal appearances. So whether we fish tournaments or not, we're certainly not going to slow down. We're like you said, we'll live until we. You know, somebody told me the other day, Pat, and you'll appreciate this, man. But somebody told me that you only live once, and I said, no, it's not really right. You only die once. You live, every single day.
That's
and
great.
I want to live forever,
True.
so. I've got a good deal on this earth and a good deal forever. So, you only die once. You live forever though.
Jimmy, I always thought that was a ridiculous
like
question to
I
ask
love it.
To ask a
Love it.
fisherman when he's going to retire. It's such a ridiculous question because what do most people do? A lot of guys do when they retire. They go fishing.
Yeah. What would I do? I'd go fishing and hunting. And talk to you. That's what I do.
That's all right. That's all right. Hey, you are a rock star, and no one can deny that you are probably, for lack of a better term, the most rock starish bass fisherman there is. You have a very outgoing, out front personality, a contagious laugh, an amazing haircut. You're an iconic bass fishing figure.
I got a little left, not much.
Yeah,
I like to rent.
No, you got plenty.
You're doing good, man. You're doing good. But I just
Yeah,
want to.
yeah. I could use some of that. Some of that and a little super glue. Yeah. Remember some of that. What's that? What's the tape the guy sells on TV that he makes the patches the boat up with?
Well, Flex Seal?
Oh yeah, the Flex Seal.
Get a little Flex Seal.
Oh, Gorilla Tape or two.
Yeah, Flex Seal. About to put a Flex Seal there and put a little bit of your hair.
Yeah, a little pine tar.
You wouldn't even miss it. Yeah.
I wouldn't miss it, and we could tie jigs with the rest too. You know?
Yeah, that's probably you probably do all that already. That's probably your secret.
You could use it as ice fishing line.
Yeah, exactly. You are a rock star. You're a rock star. There's a perfect example of it right there. So, I mean, you've done everything that you could possibly do in bass fishing. You're an author, okay? You're a TV star, obviously. Have you ever been involved in any musical projects, Jimmy?
Well, no, music is not one of. I can't already play an XM radio, man. I'm telling you, music is not my forte. I can play an accordion. That is a fact you probably did not know.
Wow.
Really?
I can play an accordion, And yeah, sure can. And but you know, I can't sing. Although I have been on stage with some really big entertainers, like Alabama, for instance.
Yes.
I sang on stage with Alabama. And you know, and they didn't turn my microphone on, but I didn't know that. I didn't know. I mean, the crowd was going crazy, and I thought I was doing good, man. I thought I was Jeff Cook, you know, or Randy. I didn't know, man. I thought I'm rocking out at it. They may want to keep me on this band every day, but they never did. They put me back in the audience where I belong.
You were up there and you were doing it. That's what matters.
That's exactly, exactly. And
yeah, you know, and I've been on stage with several of my buddies, and I you know, after that one time though, I learned that trick when they invite me up to sing with them that they just go look over there and wink at somebody, and they turn my microphone off, and they just let me sing away. Nobody can hear me. I can't even hear me. You know, it's so much noise, and I think I sound good. And then in church, you know, I mean, I sing in church a lot, and I always wonder if people turning around and looking at me. And I think they're thinking, man, they must think I sound like Toby Keith or somebody, Blake Shelton. I don't know. But,
they're thinking
I don't
stick to
think
fishing,
that's
Jimmy.
they're looking, you know, but that's okay. That's okay.
he's a
The
rock
Bible
star.
says make a joyful noise. It doesn't say to sing beautifully, does it?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm good in making joyful noises.
There it is. Further testimony to his rock starishness.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here's it. How about movies? Have you ever done a cameo in a movie or been approached about a movie?
You know, we actually there was a movie. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of the movie. But there was a movie, and a guy named Ben Diesel. You kind of look like Ben Diesel. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you look just like Ben
Diesel.
Diesel.
A guy named Ben Diesel in the movie. I can't remember the name of the movie, but that they were in a hotel room. They were like drug runners or something.
Okay.
You know, I mean. I'm not saying you look like a drug runner, but you know, you're probably going to get pulled over and frisked occasionally. But
It's happened.
You know,
It's happened.
But in that movie, they were hiding out or in a hotel room or something, and they were watching Jimmy Houston Outdoors on television. So that's about as close as I come to a cameo appearance in a movie right there. That's it.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, that's
But,
amazing.
you know, we're on television every single week. So why would I want to be in a movie? I mean, unless they want to pay me a few $1 million and then sign me up.
Well, I mean, it all adds up. It all adds up. I mean, you got to add it to the resume. Action figures. You have Jimmy Houston action figures. I have one. I play with it every day.
Well, we did have that. Yes, we had an action figure. We had an action figure a few years back, and it was really pretty popular. We sold a lot of them. And I, you know, when you get an action figure, you feel like it's going to look just exactly like you. And the only thing, the first one I got in, I really kind of liked it, except it looked like the guy was a guy that the guy looked a little. He looked a little girlish. That's it. Yeah, he looked a little girlish. So I had to man the guy up a little bit, and the only thing. That's really a nice looking action figure, and the people that's got them, and they need to hang on to them while I die, and they can sell them on eBay. But
New in box.
The only thing that was really exactly right, was my 6-pack abs.
Yeah, they
the
nailed
6-pack
it.
abs were pretty much exact duplication. And you know, let me tell you one thing about action figures that you probably don't know because you're not a girl. I don't think, but
Not unless I check.
But
Don't let the
action
hair fool you,
figures,
James.
yeah. Okay, but when girls get a hold of an action figure, the first thing they do is they take the clothes off of it, and the first time that we got the action figures in, we were at an ICAST show, and I was in one of the tackle booths, and they brought these action figures out and displayed them there, and so some of the girls grabbed them and they immediately took them out of the box and undressed them, and you know, and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. That's what girls want to do. That's good. I like that. And but you know, some of my buddies told me when they undressed it wasn't all that impressive. And I told them pretty good for 12-inch dog. I mean, come on. You know?
That's right. It's proportionate, right?
just a
Six-pack
hinge.
abs was identical. Identical. The abs are just like, I mean, I don't know how they got them so perfect.
You just tell them, Jimmy, it's not how deep you fish, it's how you wiggle the worm. You know what I mean?
Something I didn't say. I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, it's a 12-inch Texas picture. What do you expect?
Jimmy, you wrote books, man. Books. You're an author, and that I don't know how many times I read that caught me a biggin book, man. I mean, just good stuff in there. And I remember my grandfather.
You know that.
Go ahead.
That book ended up.
You there, James?
I missed part of that there.
Oh no, I wanted to tell you.
Yeah, I missed a little bit of it. You know, we're out here in the country. I've got Wi-Fi out here on my ranch, and but you know, where you are, you probably got something like 5G or something.
It's 36G,
12G, out here on our ranch. So, yeah, I lost a little bit. I thought you were going to say something about your grandson.
No, about my grandfather. He's the one that got me your book. The got me a biggin.
Yeah.
And
cool.
Before I read the book, he told me the story as if it was his, okay, which I loved, about that, about the bass and the, and what was the bass in the tree, and there's a squirrel and what?
Oh.
Squirrel, yeah.
Could you please tell me the story? Please tell me the story.
Yeah, it's a true story. You know, I was fishing going down the bank, and I looked up ahead of me, and I just noticed a little squirrel that ran out there on a log, and it went out there and it picked up an acorn. And all of a sudden, when it picked up the second, this giant bass jumped up there and ate that squirrel. I mean, it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Of course, I threw every bait I had over around that log. I must have made 100 throws at that log, trying to get that bass to bite again. And I never did get him to bite. And I was down trying to tie on another lure, and I heard a little bit of noise up there, and I looked over there, and there was this bass head come up out of the water and laid another acorn up on that log. He's baiting for squirrels.
That's the smartest bass ever.
Jimmy, is that your original story?
It was a pretty smart bass. It's a pretty smart bass. That's right. You know, and he, you know, I don't know how many squirrels a bass eats to get full, but that one was a pretty good squirrel catcher.
Is that your original story?
Hey,
Jimmy?
how long does a squirrel live? How long does a squirrel live?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, if you don't shoot it, if you don't have squirrel dumplings, how long is the life of a squirrel?
If it keeps hanging around that bass,
you know?
it's like 1 day.
7 years.
Well, around that bass, it's not. It's like they don't live very long. Yeah. But, a squirrel, like a pet squirrel, for instance. I talked to a friend of mine today, and his mother or mother-in-law has a pet squirrel, and that squirrel is 14 years old.
Wow.
Think about that.
Holy cow.
A squirrel, a pet squirrel, it's domesticated. You know, like I have a couple of pet deer.
Wow.
And Lucy and Milburn.
Yes.
And they're not related, but Milburn thinks that Lucy is his mother. It's his adopted mother.
Okay.
And Milburn is her adopted son. Yeah. And really, I mean, they're not related at all. But a squirrel in captivity, not captivity, but it's been, you know, a pet squirrel, can live to be 18 or 19 years old. That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
I had no
You
clue.
learn something every time you talk to me.
That's the tip of the week right
There you
there.
go.
That's
There you go.
that's the Legends Month tip of the week.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Pretty amazing. A 14-year-old squirrel.
14 years
That's pretty
old.
good.
If that squirrel's in
That's a
Iowa,
lot
I can
of
drive to
nuts right
work.
there.
So does a squirrel? What if a squirrel grew a pound a year like a bass?
I like that. That would be a big squirrel, wouldn't it? That'd be a 14-pound squirrel.
I have.
Oh well, you know, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that grows a pound a year or more.
Hey Jimmy, you the last part of your rock starishness that I want to talk about here is television commercials. Now, that's just the fact of making a TV commercial itself is Well, it's pretty rock starish. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would like you to share with everyone is one of your famous or favorite, let's say favorite commercial moments of making a commercial. Tell us a story of making a commercial.
Well, we've had a lot of them. We've done commercials with a lot of people. I did a lot of commercials with Hank Parker. Those were some of my fun ones because Hank and I are really close friends, and we've had a lot of fun. And one time we were doing a commercial for AC Delco Voyager batteries. They don't make those batteries anymore. We run Superstart batteries by O'Reilly's. But we were talking about a battery, and he was to say the battery was reliable, and I was to say the battery was durable. Those were the two things we were trying to sell. And every time we try to do the commercial, I would say durable, and Hank would go reliable. And I told him, I said, Hank, we're selling batteries, not pantyhose. And you got to tough it up a little bit. If the battery is durable, and he'd go reliable, and it was just like a big sissy reliable. But, probably one of the most exciting commercials that we did was selling Roadrunners years ago, and we put a guy that worked in our production company. We put him out in a water scan boat in the middle of a little pond.
Yep.
And we had brought some guys in that had set dynamite all in that pond.
It was like a little bass
and
hunter
he was
boat.
right in the middle of it, and his only line was that this is a dynamite little lure. When he cast it out, the lake blew up, and he was sitting in the middle of it. And the classic deal is when that dynamite blew up. It's hopefully the demolition guys were really, really good, and the lake would blow up all around him, but it would not blow up under him and kill him. That was the goal, and the lake blew up all around him, and when it went off, before it went off, we did a test run with a boat just simply anchored out there. And we did a test run, and I just happened to be standing to him, and he turned around and looked at me, and his eyes was bigger than Adam Schiff's eyes. I mean, his eyes were like saucers. And I said, well, that's cool. It didn't blow up the water scan, and I get out there in the boat. And he got up there, and he actually did it, but he had to be scared to death. But that was a pretty cool ad.
I remember it well. Absolutely. That was amazing, man.
That was a funny one. That was a good one, wasn't it? That was really good. That was really good.
No doubt, man. Hey, I'm sure that you have these images, Jimmy, like when you close your eyes, there's a certain image that you have of your wife, Chris. I mean, that you think of Chris a certain way, whether you see her as she is now, or maybe it's a time you shared together, what it may be. And what we have is basically what we have is Jimages in our head. They're basically images of Jimmy, okay, and we call them Jimages. So I'd like to share with you first my this is my Jimage of you. And when I think of Jimmy Houston, it always goes back to my first image of Jimmy Houston, and that's with the 5.5-foot pistol grip Skyline graphite rod, the red Ambassador reel, and just some kick-ass white pants on, man. I mean, that's the Jimmy Houston that I see.
Rhinestones.
Yeah. I mean, that's my Jimmy.
White bell bottom.
Yeah.
Bell bottom. White bell bottom.
Yeah, man. I mean that's
the epitome of cool back then. That was a picture of cool, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying. That's my first image of Jimmy Houston.
And dark sunglasses. Dark sunglasses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Somebody asked me. Yeah.
Hey,
I have a question about the sunglasses.
Let me tell you a little story about that.
What? Go ahead.
Well, let me tell you the deal on the sunglasses. But first of all, these sunglasses, solar bats, they pay a lot of bills around my house. So, we got to wear sunglasses. But here's the deal on sunglasses. Years ago, I was talking to this black guy, and it was night, and he had his sunglasses on. It was dark, and he got these sunglasses on, and a nice guy, and I said, hey, dude, and the guy had gold teeth. He had gold teeth. He opened his mouth, and they like shined, like his gold teeth shining. He had about like 6 or 8 of them scattered around the front of his mouth there. And I said, hey, dude, I said, why? How come you wearing sunglasses at night? I said, are you blind or what? And he said, no, man. And he opened that mouth and smiled real big. And he said, when you're naturally cool, the sun shines on you all the time. And I like that. I said, I dig that. I like that a lot. So, that's my deal on the sunglasses. But let me tell you, though, back in some of the early days that you're talking about out there, I can remember showing up to a tournament out at Lake Mead, and a guy out there, and I didn't know at the time, he became a friend later on, but I came wheeling up there and pulling a Ranger boat, driving a lipstick red Lincoln Continental
Yes.
Mark IV.
Yes.
With the white vinyl top. You remember those old vinyl tops?
Oh,
that you
yeah,
had?
buddy.
You know, the
Yes,
tops were
sir.
Vinyl. I don't know if they make them like that anymore.
Yes, sir.
So they were real thick on those Lincoln Continental. A Lincoln Continental Mark. It was a used one. I couldn't afford a new one, but I bought a used one. And, I bought it, you know, and I drove it home, and my wife says, "Have you lost your mind?" And I said, "Well, sort of, you know." But anyway, I had a Lincoln Continental Mark IV, lipstick red with a white vinyl top, pulling a Ranger boat, and I wheeled into the lodge out there at Lake Mead, and I jumped out of that thing, and this guy said, he told me about it a little bit later on. He said he looked over at his buddies, and I whipped out there, and I had those white bell-bottom pants on, and I had a little bit more hair at that time, obviously. And he told me, he said, "I'm gonna tell you, I don't know who that boy is, but he said he's gonna go a long way in this fishing business." and so, you know, there was a little bit to be said about, and you know, with those white pants, I couldn't wipe fish blood and slime all over my pants, so I wiped them on my wife's pants, on Chris's pants, and that was a lot more for both of us, to be honest with you. And in fact, I used to get letters on television. People would say, I can't believe that you wiped that fish on your wife's pants. And said, my wife would get really mad at me if I did that. And I told him, I said, well, maybe you're not doing it right. Send her over there and let me show you how to do it. but yeah, we've
Jimmy knows.
We've done a lot of things a little differently than everyone else has done. And one of the Bassmaster Classics, I wore those white pants. I think it might have been when I first started wearing them. I don't know, and we actually had stars and stripes down the side of them, down the outside pants legs. So they were a little bit more than just white bell bottoms. They had stars and stripes on them.
I remember Ricky. Ricky Green had them. Yeah. Ricky Green had those pants too.
To give you an idea, we did not win that Bassmaster Classic, but I had a full-page picture in Sports Illustrated magazine.
That's how you bass fish.
You know, I mean, they like that. They like that. They had a little bit more there about me, I think, than did whoever won that tournament.
Oh,
and I don't remember who won that tournament in 1976, to be honest with you. I think Jack Haynes did.
It was Rick Clun.
Oh, was it Clun? 76, yeah.
That was Rick Clun.
I remember that. I believe Jack Haynes won that tournament. Won the Classic that year.
Rick Clun.
Oh, it's Clun, you're saying?
Yeah.
Ricky Clun.
76 and 77.
No. Jack Haynes. 76.
70. Ryan wants to argue with you.
Was it Ricky Clun?
You were there. I'm going to go with you, but I thought it was Ricky.
I believe. Hey, you could almost say Ricky Clun on any Bassmaster Classic and have a shot at it. It's got to be correct.
I believe Jack Haynes was 75, though.
It could have been. It might have been 75 that Jack Haynes won. I don't know.
That is correct.
I think Ricky Clun won his first one on Lake Guntersville. I believe that's where he won his first one. At Browns Creek. I know exactly where he was fishing.
Well,
what are you drinking? What are you drinking in your Yeti?
Oh, I got a little bit of Grandpa's cough medicine in there. Got a little cold.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Would you like a drink out of my TH Marine cup?
I'm drinking Bang.
Oh, man.
Yeah, do y'all drink this? This is Bang. It's an energy drink that's good for your brain.
I like the
Y'all
Bang.
might try it.
I'll get you there.
I'm just saying, it might be good for you. It's Bang. It's got stuff in it. It's got creatine in it. Creatine. It's good for your brain.
Yeah, creatine.
That is good stuff.
Yeah, see, Bang it. I don't have a deal with this company. I'm just telling you. You might try it.
That's the good,
hey,
right?
He's got one.
They're going to call you now, Jimmy.
There it is. This just in. Jimmy Houston for Bang Energy Drink.
That's funny. My brother just bought a 72 Lincoln Continental.
The only guy drinks energy drinks at night. You know, I don't want to slow down any.
I don't want you to slow down either. In fact, I think what we're gonna do is just get to know Jimmy Houston even more right now. Okay, I mean we've had you on the show before. We've talked about spinner baits and we've talked about all kinds of other stuff. But let's really get to know Jimmy Houston. Let's go out. Let's go out to the Mojave Desert together. What do you say, Jimmy? You want to go on a little expedition with us? You ready?
Well, The Mojave Desert?
Yes, sir. We're
No,
going.
I don't want
Let's
to go
go.
to the desert.
Well, where do you want to
Let's
go?
Let's go to Florida or South Texas or Mexico.
Okay,
We
New
go to
Mexico.
Mexico, you know, it's kind of a statewide firing range down there now. But yeah, I just came back from Mexico. But we don't want to go to the Mojave Desert though. We don't want to go there.
All right, well, let's go to New Mexico and hang out in a cave. All right, Andy, can you take us to New Mexico and put us in a
That sounds
cave?
good. That sounds good.
Okay.
New Mexico and hang out in the state.
We're in
Santa
New-
Fe, New Mexico.
We're in New
How's that
Mexico in a cave. All right, we're gonna get to know Jimmy Houston in this cave in New Mexico. Are you ready? Don't be scared, Jimmy. Don't be scared.
sound? Ready?
Jimmy, we're just gonna talk, just life here.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
You can tell I'm really nervous. Yeah, I'm scared. Yeah.
You don't give it. Anyway, so Jimmy, all right. So it's 1968. It's Jimmy Houston at the dawn of his bass fishing career. Confidence booming. 1976, BASS Angler of the Year. More confidence booming for Jimmy Houston. Jimmy, now let me ask you, what year did you get married to Chris? What year was that?
I think it was. I think it was like. I should know this answer.
It was Jack Haynes.
Jack.
I should know this answer. I think it was 1912. No, that was the war. I'm sorry, that was 1912. I'm gonna say.
Is this Jeopardy?
I'm gonna say 1963.
63. Okay.
Survey says.
Survey-
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
It's like 56 years ago. 56 years. If we can make it till December, I'm thinking about writing a country song entitled that. If we can make it till December, if we can make it till December, it'd be 56 years. So I guess would that be 1963?
1963.
Yeah, you were only 12 years old then. 63. Yeah, 1963. 56 years to the same woman. Does that tell you something?
That's amazing.
I'm obviously a very patient, understanding man. That's all I can say.
No, Chris is a very patient, understanding woman, we believe. That's what's going on. Hey,
No,
but-
I don't know.
So I want to know Jimmy Houston pickup lines. I want to hear your pickup lines. Like, give me a Jimmy Houston pickup line.
I don't really have a pickup line. When you're naturally cool, the girls use their lines on you. Come on.
Enough said.
It's
Right
a curse. It's a curse. What can I say?
The pickup line has no
I have
words.
no pickup line. What is your best pickup? What is your best pickup line?
I don't really have a pickup line. It's just I usually just say, "Hi, my name is Pat," and it gets me nowhere.
Oh, that's pretty good. I told a few people that myself. Hi, my name's Pat.
You're the best, dude. Come on,
Don't
there's
say
no
that
doubt.
around here.
There's no doubt.
Hey, it didn't work for me. It didn't work for me either.
Jimmy, sit down. You're gonna fall out of the cave. Sit down. You're gonna fall out of the cave. All right, Jimmy. So, do you ever get like secretly mad at Edwin Evers that he's trying to weasel in on your pecan deal? You ever get mad at that guy?
No. I tell you what, Ed was a good friend of mine, and his pecans are okay. For grade 2 pecans, they're not bad. And but our pecans is the real deal. We're shaking the trees right now. We're shaking the snot out of those trees right now.
You're always
And
shaking
we've got
them
a good
trees.
Pecan year. Last year was terrible. We lost money on pecans. This year we're hoping to make a little bit of that money back. But yeah, we're harvesting thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of pecans right now.
But your pecans are
It's good.
way better
It's good.
than
It's a good year
Edwin's.
for pecans.
Way better. Hey, speaking of pecans, which I know are one of your favorite foods, besides pecans, what's a food?
They're healthy. They're a healthy.
They're
nut.
healthy. Yeah.
Yep.
They're not just for breakfast anymore either, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know that. So besides a
No. They're not necessarily all that healthy when you put them in a pecan pie. But if you put them like on a salad, they're really, really healthy.
So Jimmy, what's a food that you just eat too much of? Like, what's something that you just, no matter what, you're just gonna keep eating it? What is it? What's your favorite food?
Potatoes.
Wow.
Potatoes any way you want to fix them. I love potatoes. I should have been from Idaho. You could get them wholesale out there. Yeah. And,
Interesting.
And the size of the potatoes out there. Have you seen that truck on TV, that advertisement, that Idaho potato? It's like takes up a whole semi, one potato.
That's just one damn
know?
potato.
And I potatoes. I like potatoes any way you can fix them. It doesn't matter. I love potatoes. I had potatoes with roast beef this evening. As a matter of fact, Chris cooked a big old roast crock pot today. And that's what we had. That's what we had this evening. I loved it. Big roast and gravy and some peas and I ate, I don't know, 3 or 4 potatoes. And,
Jimmy's a
put a
starchman.
little butter on there, a little gravy, butter and gravy bowl. I don't know. Somebody asked me one time, said, which is better on potatoes, butter or gravy? And I said, yes.
Hey, while we're sitting here in the cave, we're being open with each other, and I know this is gonna happen, Jimmy. I know that they're gonna make a movie about your life. They're gonna do it, and who are you? Yeah, who are you gonna pick to play Jimmy Houston? Who is gonna play the part of Jimmy?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. Is that not a good pick? Hey, I don't know any younger actors that could be a younger Jimmy. Well, I know a few younger fishermen that really kind of model a lot of what they do, and some of them look like me. But yeah, Clint Eastwood. Clint's kind of my hero. I mean, he carried a big monkey around with him in movies, and he always beat people up. And he's 80-some-odd years old, and he's running drugs now. And don't pick up trucks.
He's doing
Think
quite
about
well
the
for
mule.
himself.
I mean, think about that. Clint Eastwood.
He's doing quite well for himself, man.
I think Ric Flair could cover
Clint,
the end of the movie.
Also, here's the other thing about Clint. Clint is 82 years old or 83 years old, and the only thing about Clint is he looks 83 years old. He really does. But he's a tough guy. He's making movies at 83 years old, and my buddy Toby Keith asked him. He said, "How do you work as hard as you have to work to make a movie?" And he said, "Don't let the old man in." And Toby actually ended up writing a song and titled "Don't Let the Old Man In." And so that's my advice to everybody as you get older: is don't let the old man in. And the old man tries to get in. He tries to get into everybody. As you get older, people telling you you're older. They're telling you, well, you can't do this because you're older. And you get to thinking yourself, so don't let the old man in. That's my little advice for today, and I got that from Clint Eastwood, and I thought I like that.
I like it. That's amazing. And speaking of showing no fear, you show no fear, Jimmy. You really don't. But I do know there has to be a time in your life where maybe you were scared when you were out fishing. Tell me about a time you might have been scared when you were out fishing.
Well, I've had several times where I've come close to getting killed on the water. So I've had really quite a few close calls. We sunk a boat on Lake Beaver back in a tournament back in 1974. I was with Clinton Wells, and I would have won the tournament. It was a BASS tournament. Tommy Martin ended up winning that tournament. I would have won the tournament had we got our fish in that first day, but they had to carry Glenn to the hospital. He got hypothermia. I was not scared. I was concerned about trying to get my fish in. When I was 16 years old, I sunk a boat on Lake Tenkiller, and honestly, thought we were going to die. The boat was running a trot line. I paid my way through college selling catfish, and so my buddy and I was running the trot line, and we'd left the drain plug out of my boat. I had an aluminum Texas-made boat with a 35 horsepower motor on it, and we skied with that boat. But I fished out of it. I did run trot lines. I was 16 years old, and I left the drain plug out. I put the boat in the water, and it filled up with water, and it fortunately did not sink. It turned over, but it had enough air up in the front part of it. It was a ski type boat, even though it was aluminum. the nose of the boat floated. It was in February, and so the water was really, really cold, and we thought we were going to die. We held onto that boat. He kept trying to want to swim to shore, and had he tried, he would have drowned without a doubt. And and I told him, I said, we're not going to make it. But fortunately, we were, of course, hollering and asking for help. And somebody that was up on the bank about a mile away, it was at night, 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and they heard us out there, and they came out there and rescued us. We should have died by hypothermia, according to all the hypothermia tables. But I got to tell you, even at 16 years old, I wasn't afraid of dying, and I was not scared. I just took it as inevitable that we were going to end up dying because of that cold water, and no one was going to rescue us. There was no way to get in, but we did. We couldn't walk. We couldn't. When they got us in the boat, we couldn't walk. They had to carry us up to the house, but it was kind of amazing, even with that near close call. We got in there, and I remember the guy bringing me a water glass, and he poured it full of whiskey, and I don't drink, but I took it and drank it down like a glass of water, and he told me to keep me from getting cold. My buddy wouldn't drink it. He was 16 years old. He said, I can't drink that. And I never noticed it. I guess my body was so bad or whatever that I never noticed it. It didn't taste good or bad or indifferent. It didn't burn. It didn't do anything. And I didn't get a cold, so I guess he knew what he was talking about.
That was like some people say liquor is a coat.
I was drunk for 3 days. But,
That's awesome. Hey,
no, I wasn't. I didn't say that in for a laugh there. But we've had quite a few close calls. I've turned boats over. I turned a big tunnel boat over one time at about 75 miles an hour. I've sunk boats 4 or 5 or 6 times. We've had lots of situations in tournaments. I've been duck hunting and had the steering all freeze up on the boat and couldn't get in. One night on the Arkansas River, and we finally was able to spray WD-40 on the back of the motor where it could steer just a little bit. And about 11 or 12 o'clock at night, I was finally on my way back to the dock, and I met a boat coming, and it was my wife, and she'd come down and put the boat in the water and come looking for us. So she was gonna save us, and we would have needed saving because we would have froze to death that night. But and I got on to her. I said, "What are you doing out here running around in the middle of the night? You could get killed." She said, well, "I'm looking for you. What do you think I'm doing?"
Exactly.
And I knew what she was doing when she did it. But anyway, it was. I've had quite a few close calls. But I figure if a cat's got 13 lives, I may have 39.
You got quite a few more. Quite a few more. You've been around bass in history. That's for sure. And I kind of want to. I got you in the cave here. I just got to ask you, man. I mean, if you could change one piece of bass fishing history, what piece of bass fishing history would you change, Jimmy Houston?
Yeah, I don't know. My biggest goal once I started fishing all of the BASS tournaments in '75 was win Angler of the Year, and I finished third that year. And I did not have a goal to win Angler of the Year, and I did win it in '76. I never had a desire to win it after that. I did win it again, but I didn't really. That was sort of almost by accident. Just have to end up, getting more points than everybody throughout the year. But and I've. Been the oldest guy to ever qualify for an FLW championship. So I don't know. I guess it would be nice to have in the Bassmaster history or the FLW history that I'd won the championship or the Bassmaster Classic. That never happened. But those were never really goals. I mean, I use those events, particularly the Bassmaster Classic. I use those events to kind of cement my relationship with sponsors and with outdoor riders. When you have that many outdoor riders gathered together, those were guys that could help you, guys that had, and radio shows, television shows, the people that could help me throughout my career. And so that's why, one of the reasons we've always had such a terrific relationship and friendship with people like you is because we're always available to try to help y'all in what you're doing to make a living, because it certainly helps us in what we're doing to make a living. And one thing I love about this industry, period, the bass fishing industry, the fishing industry, is the positiveness of it. I mean, we don't have any, too much negative stuff. We don't have individuals that's getting thrown in prison or are getting arrested for drug charges and all kinds of things like they do in a lot of other sports. And so, and it's a positive type business. If you're gonna go on your radio show and try to do a bunch of negative stuff, you'd have a hard time finding somebody to talk to you. Even,
Exactly.
Because that's just what this industry is. And I would like to have seen the situation get up better, where more guys can make a good living in this business, and it's getting better all the time. But it is still pretty low in the food chain as far as athletes and sports and how much money they make. Although there are quite a few guys in this business now making six-figure incomes, a handful making seven-figure
there
incomes.
sure is.
But you look at an NBA basketball team, if he's sitting down there with a pair of ugly shorts on and a funny-looking uniform, he's making a seven-figure income. That's what it's about.
That's what it comes down to. Hey, it comes
that's
down.
Right, yeah.
Jimmy,
those guys that show up in shorts at a basketball game, they're making a big buck.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's them. That's a dead giveaway. Hey, we talk about a thing on this show that is kind of a revival of old time days of bassing, and it's the days of the proper bassing man. You know what I'm talking about? The proper bassing man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give us a definition. Jimmy Houston's definition of the proper bassing man. What's a proper bassing man to you, Jimmy?
Well, in the early days, everybody started wearing jumpsuits. Ray Scott, he popularized jumpsuits. All the fishermen were wearing jumpsuits, and they started sewing patches on them. And that's what it looked like. But nowadays, I'd say on a 21st century bass man has got to have two power poles on his boat. That's the deal right there. You can tell the difference between a real bass man and a make-believe bass man by how many power poles they have on their boat. If they only got one, they're not the real dude. They're not the real dude. And the other thing that started back in the old days was you really weren't really a bass fisherman if you didn't have your name written on your boat. And I can remember the first boat that I did that with, and I was so proud. I had that Jimmy Houston on the side of the boat, and I decided to float the Illinois River here in Oklahoma because we were catching a lot of big smallmouth bass in some of these sloughs, but it was hard to get to those sloughs. We were doing it by land, but we'd have to get permission to drive through farmers' fields, and we get down to the river, and you could only fish one slough, and you might have to drive 20 miles to be able to fish another slough. So I got this wild idea that they floated that river all the time in canoes, was that I'd put a bass boat in that river and float about 25 miles of river, and every slough that I came to, I could pull up in there and catch these big bass, big smallmouth, big largemouth, really.
Wow.
More big largemouth than anything. But so I decided to do that, and so I did that, and it worked pretty good for the first couple of sloughs. But then I came around the bend, the river was flowing pretty good, and there was a big log in the middle of the river, and I was on a trolling motor, and I couldn't quite navigate around that log, and I caught that bass boat on that log, and it did exactly what a canoe does when you do that. It sucked it under like it was nothing.
Oh, no.
And that's why you don't float rivers with bass boats. And so my boat is pinned sideways, down under the water, and about a foot below the water. I was looking down. I jumped out on the log to keep from getting washed away, and my buddy did also. And I looked, and all my tackle boxes and stuff was floating down the river, leaving forever. And I looked down there, and I can still see it today. That Jimmy Houston on the side of that boat, about a foot down in the water, and I thought, yeah, you're a real pro, dude.
That's a proper bassing man's boat right there.
It's got to be in cursive too.
Yeah, we're a proper bass man. And we had to get a tractor to move. You couldn't move the boat because of water pressure. That river was flowing pretty good. You couldn't move the boat without tearing the boat up. We had to get a tractor and got down there close enough and hooked a big rope to it and moved the log, and that's what allowed the boat to be free, and we got our boat back. But that was just one of many, many times when I sunk bass boats. I've done it quite a bit. Fortunately, we drive a bass boat now, a Ranger, that won't sink, so that's good. If you're going to fish a lot of years like I have, you're going to have that happen laughing on the water.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all there is to it.
no doubt about it,
I
man.
have a confession to make.
Yeah, what's that, Ryan?
I only have one power pole.
You only have one. Yeah, he's only got one power pole, and we're sponsored by Power Pole. What's going on there?
Well,
Yeah, you got to have two. You better go. You better go down to Bass Pro Shop and get you another one. That's what you better do. Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy.
winter project.
Hey, by the way, I don't think I'd have told that. I don't
That's
think I'd
all
have
right.
told that. What powerful. But I buy your honesty. I buy your honesty. You've got Christmas is coming up. Put that on your list, man.
It's on there 5 times.
Hey, you've caught a lot of dumb bass over the years, Jimmy. Tell me the story of the dumbest bass you've ever experienced.
Oh, golly. I don't know. I've said for years that's what I'm fishing for. I'm not fishing for the ones that's difficult to catch. I'm looking for the ones that's easy to catch. And what I'm doing is, I'm trying to cover a lot of water, and I'm looking for a bass that's ready to bite. And when I get my lure anywhere close to him, he's ready to bite. And that's the fish that I'm looking for. But, without a doubt, smallmouth bass fall into that category, especially if they're spawning, being not very, very intelligent. And we actually have many times, we've actually many times caught a smallmouth bass, a couple of times on the show, just to show that you could do it. Catch them, turn them loose, and catch them again
Right
off the bed. But I was fishing Lake Champlain one time, years ago, before we ever had any bass tournaments on Lake Champlain, with my buddy Terry Baxay up there. And not hardly anybody in our part of the country had even heard of Lake Champlain hardly, or how good it was. But and it was the first time I was up there, and we had stopped in this little bay to look and see if we'd find some on the bed. We found a 4-pound smallmouth, and I caught that fish, and I talked about how easy it was to catch a smallmouth off the bed, that you could catch it again. So I turned it loose, it swam back to the bed, I caught it again, and I said, I caught this bass just back-to-back twice, a 4-pound smallmouth. And I turned it loose, I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we couldn't catch it again. And I fooled around there and and I caught that fish again. And so that was made 3 times. I caught that fish 3 times, and we left and went and fished all day long. And we came back by there that evening, and so I said, I'm gonna stop in there and see if I can catch that fish again. I caught it 3 times that morning, and I stopped in and caught that same 4-pound smallmouth twice more. So I had a 20-pound limit on one fish.
That's why
one
not.
fish. 20-pound limit on one fish. Hey, if you're like Major League Fishing, that would count 5 times.
That's right. There you go. Boom, 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 boom.
You catch that same fish 5 times, it's 20 pounds. Yeah, hey, that's crazy, isn't it? So that fish would not go in the Albert Einstein Hall of Fame. That fish would not.
Hey,
No way.
Jimmy, when we introduced you at the beginning of the show, we basically gave you a Superman introduction. That you came to this earth as the proper bassin man, the Superman of bass fishing. My question to you now is, you have to have a weakness, Jimmy. What's your kryptonite? What's your weakness, Jimmy?
Oh, I've got all kinds of weaknesses, and I'd say I don't know, but I've got lots of weaknesses. There's a lot of things that I can't do nearly as well. I've already told you I couldn't sing, and I'd really like to be able to sing. I'd really like that. If I could really sing like some of my buddies can. I don't care if I could make a living singing. I just like to be able to sound good at church or something,
Yeah, right.
But and I can't. We had a big singing at church the other night, and they were talking about in a deacon's meeting. We were talking about all the girls that was going to sing that night, and I said, I said, do we not have any guys singing tonight? And they said, no, we didn't have any guys volunteer. And I said, well, I'll sing. And all the deacons, they looked at me, and I said, I know the words to this song and this song and this song, and I didn't get to sing. But there's a lot of things I can't do well. Yeah, there's a lot of things I can't do well, and but singing's one of them. But there's a lot of things in fishing that I don't do nearly as well as a lot of other people. As example, like fish a buzzbait. I don't fish a buzzbait very well. Okay. And my biggest problem with a buzzbait is when they're fighting it, I still in my tackle box. It's not tied on the end of my rod. And by the time I find out they're biting, and they won't catch many if you don't tie them on the end of your rod.
You got to have one tied down to chunk and wind.
But yeah, by the time I find out they're biting a buzzbait, the tournament's over, you know. And but you know, one of the things I really believe about fishing is that you need to fish whatever you have fun with. You know, that's the deal. And,
Sure.
And that's why sometimes we don't get quite as good at some of the lures that we really should, is because we don't have as much fun with them. We're fishing the baits that we have fun with, and we're not trying a lot of the other ones sometimes. And a buzzbait's a fun bait to fish. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt.
But I just don't throw it like I should.
Because you have spin tuition, right? You have bass fishing spin tuition.
Yeah, and you know, if I was to, why would I share all my weaknesses with you anyway? Why would I do that?
You're exactly right. I was trying, you know.
Oh my gosh, you know, yeah. It's like giving the opposing team the game plan, man.
Yep.
Well, I would like a game plan from you, Jimmy Houston. I would like it if you could maybe give us here at Straycast a little bit of Jimmy Houston advice. Do you have some advice for us for the show?
Well, you know, the way to become a good bass fisherman, without a doubt, and you know, I mean, very few people become tournament fishermen. Very few people become national tournament fishermen, and the grand spectrum of all the bass fishermen out there. But you know, the best advice I've got about really becoming a good bass fisherman is go early, stay late.
Wait, hold on.
Spend as much time as you.
Let me stop you, Jimmy. I asked, and all due respect, I asked you to give us some advice with the Stray Cast show. We want to hear some advice from you about advice to us in entertainment about the show, you know?
What should we do?
What should we do? Give us advice.
Hey, I think you got the cat by the tail. Once you get those hemorrhoids cleared up, you're going to be good. I mean, you got it. You got it right there. I mean, you know, that's one small problem. Well, maybe a large problem. I don't know, but once you have that taken care of, you're gonna be fine, man. You're doing good. I love it.
So
preparation
I love
H.
talking to you guys.
So just get rid of the hemorrhoids and we'll achieve greater success. That's your advice to me.
And hey, just think about it. Yeah, just think about it. You may have a new sponsor there too.
That's right. That is right. I mean, I guess I'm gonna close the show on hemorrhoids for the first time ever here in the 5 years of the history of Stray Cast. Jimmy, hey, I'm gonna ask you this: is there anything that you would like to say to your fans, to the bass fishing galaxy, before we get out of here, Jimmy? What do you want to say to the world of bass fishing?
Well, you know, I tell you, it's a good game we play out there. Have fun in it every day. And I'd just like to invite everybody out there that's watching and listening to jump on our Jimmy Houston Outdoors YouTube channel. We have a lot of fun on there. We're working really, really hard at it. And you'll see a lot of stuff on there that you'll never see on Jimmy Houston Outdoors television. And you'll learn to be a better bass fisherman. That's one of the great things about it. There'll be, you know, my buddy Barry Switzer says it's easy if you know how. And it doesn't matter what that is. Brain surgery is easy if you know how. But you know, if you or I were to operate on somebody's brain, somebody's fixing to die.
Yeah.
But if it's the brain surgeons that they know what they're doing. It's easy, and they go in there and make people well every day. And so that's the main, you know, that's the deal. Is the more you learn about the game, the better you're going to be. That's all there is to it. And the other thing is, you know, we are raising up generations of people that are on edge, that are tight about everything. This is a fun game we're playing. Have fun out there every single day. Don't take it quite so seriously. Try to learn and become better, but have fun at it. Have a good time, and every day will be a great day out there. The other thing I just want to pass along, and it's just a little word of wisdom.
Yes, sir.
A little word of wisdom out there to you that I want to tell you. Having a great day is not a feeling. It's not dependent upon what happens out there. Having a great day is a decision. So if you make a decision to have a great day, the circumstances that you have won't really matter. Whether you catch fish or you don't catch fish, whether you get fired or you get to keep your job, you make a decision to have a great day. It's a decision,
That is awesome.
not a feeling. It's not governed by circumstances.
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, we'll let you end with that.
Jimmy, hey, man.
It's easy if you know how.
That's right,
I
man.
love that.
Jimmy, thank you so much, not only for the support that you have shown this show throughout the years, back from the Bass Buzz radio days up until Straycast now, but I want to thank you for being such an important part of my childhood. I really do. You were very inspirational to me, to an entire generation of fishermen, and this generation of fishermen and the future generation of fishermen. Thank you for being Jimmy Houston. I don't know what else to say. Thank you so much.
I second that, man.
Thank you so much, Jimmy Houston.
I
Grew up
appreciate
watching you, man.
So much respect for you, man.
If I can make you think, if I can make you think of your granddad every now and then, that's a good thing right there.
Dude, I love it so much. Thank you. That's amazing right there, Jimmy. We'll see you soon, man, and best of luck to you. And enjoy the enjoy this downtime, if that is such a thing.
I appreciate it. Y'all tell all your buddies, get on there and buy some Jimmy Houston pecans. We need to be able to buy some groceries.
That's right. We'll get a mass order going for Jimmy Houston. One more time. Yeah. That's the legend, Jimmy Houston. Woo!
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Take care, guys. I love you.
You too. It's Jimmy Houston. Wow.
Awesome.
Wow. Hold on a minute. Hold on a stinking minute right there.
Yeah.
Was that just not amazing? I don't even know what just happened, honestly.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's when you get that, like, you know how you feel like that Christmas morning-y kind of thing on Christmas morning, and you go and you're a kid and you open up the presents, man, and you really don't know what you got until later that day because it's just all excitement. You don't know what the hell's going on. And I don't even know what the hell just happened. I want to tell you that. But it was so much fun.
He's awesome.
He is absolutely amazing.
He is. He really. You know how he said he didn't feel old? He is the exact same guy.
He is.
That I was watching on TV in
Thank
1992.
You. Thank you. He's the Benjamin Button. Is that a thing?
He doesn't age. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know.
He doesn't age.
I don't even know, man. Hey,
he's got a Peter Pan complex also.
So I can relate, actually. I can actually relate to that.
Oh, yeah. We all do, I think.
Hey, so, wow. So much fun. Next week, Denny Brower. Yeah, comes to Legends.
Just too much.
That's right, Denny Brower next week. So that's going to be an amazing time. But I just invented a contest right now. I know we got a contest going on with the Bite Me Tackle.
I'm out.
You did.
Out of the contest.
You can't win.
I'm out.
All right. Well,
you'll be out before we get the check.
Well, I don't know. You might want to be in on this.
Okay.
This is a good one because I'm gonna give you I'm gonna personally give you away something cool. I'll just put it that way. I'll give you a Straycast fun pouch. How's that? All right. We're gonna call it the Straycast Mega Hella Fun Pouch. All right.
This is our contest.
This is just the contest I invented right
Ooh,
now.
I can get a fun pouch.
Just right now, you guys can get in on it too. You
can
guys
I get
can
an upper shoulder
you can go
massage?
pick.
Can I trade it?
If you guys win, you guys can go in my fishing room and pick out something cool.
Okay.
All right.
Deal. I already know what I'm getting.
All right.
All of your rods.
No, something, something cool.
It's a thing.
All right. So here's what I would like you to do, and I'm going to go through this, and I kind of just figured out we just realized we have this thing, and on the iTunes there's reviews, right? We knew there's reviews and ratings, and I actually went through and read some of these reviews, and they're amazing. It's great. There's funny reviews. There's horrible reviews. How
many bad ones are there? I want to read the bad ones.
The bad ones are the best.
Oh, is there any about me?
The bad ones are the best. But here's what I would like. Here's what
That's what I want.
Just read it, right?
Okay.
Here was what I would like you to do, viewers of Straycast. If you don't already, subscribe to our iTunes, okay? And then go and leave a ridiculous review. I would like a ridiculous review. It doesn't matter how ridiculous it is.
Yes, please go on there and leave bad reviews about me.
No, hold on a second.
Or somebody.
This is the contest, Joe.
it.
Hold on, Joe. This is the contest.
Give me the contest.
All right, Joe. Hold on. Here it is. So all you got to do is leave a review, a ridiculous review. But in that ridiculous review, I would like you to tell us what you like about the show or what you don't like about the show. We keep it clean, all right? Keep it clean about Ryan's beard. You know what I'm saying? But do it.
Keep it cleaner than
I'm going to pick a winner. Let's go. I don't know. We'll go on all through all of them at the end of the month, at the end of the Legends month. And remind me, guys, to keep reminding about this contest that I just made up right now. That's a true contest. It's not an untrue contest. It's a real contest. It's the iTunes contest that we have. And all you got to do is leave a ridiculous review, subscribe to our iTunes, Tell us what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. I'm going to personally go through the reviews, and I'm going to pick a winner. Whoever has the most ridiculous review, and I'm going to give them a prize.
Can they
Awesome.
leave? Can they leave more than one review?
Yeah, just make up different names.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Leave hundreds of reviews.
Yeah, I don't
Hundreds.
care.
Hundreds of thousands.
I don't care.
Of reviews.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm going to pick a winner of the review thing.
Review away.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what rhymes with review away?
Something French.
Oh, wait. First off, I want to. I
Au
would be
revoir.
amiss. I would be amiss if we did not mention our good buddy Kent Brown. What the hell's he got? What's Kent Brown doing, Ginge? He's got a big show coming up. It's like his
Really big
9,368th show.
Really big.
What's he got?
We want to give a huge congrats to him.
Yes, sir.
He's on show 738 consecutive
That's insane.
shows.
That is
That's a lot
insane.
of
Catch
shows.
it on Saturday.
That's
It's an amazing show.
that's insane. That's Kent Brown.
738 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, Kent Brown.
He called us noobs.
We are.
I think we've done like 3 in a row before, right?
Yeah, I did 3 shows. Like I at a Forest Wood Cup once. I broadcast all day.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
I did.
I was there.
I did.
cool.
Yeah. No, but Kent Brown, sincerely, you are an inspiration to us also, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
congrats,
for,
man.
Thanks for blazing a trail and thanks for some living room. You know what I mean, Mr. Brown. Hey, but anyway, let's give away some prizes. You want to do that, Dickie Mo?
Oh yeah, we're about to give away some prizes.
Let's give away some presents.
We have one lucky winner tonight.
Bite Me Tackle.
To
Bite
win.
Me Tackle. BiteMeTackle.com. .net.
50 buckaroos of Bite Me Tackle.
Yes.
The winner for it is Jared Adams. So Jared Adams, all you got to do.
Jared Adams.
Jared Adams. Congrats,
Jared Adams.
Did he win before?
Oh, this is fresh.
No.
winner.
Okay. I was going to take the prize away from Jared.
You're thinking of McNutt.
Yeah. McLovin?
Adam McNutt? Is
Same
that the guy?
difference.
You're not the winner, Adam McNutt.
Eddie Mc. Ryan,
Jared what?
Ryan, get your guitar. Ryan, get your guitar and get
You feel like singing?
get your guitar and get comfortable.
Oh, I got a guitar right over here. It's perfect.
Get comfortable,
Let me
Ryan.
get my jacket off.
Jared Adams, you are the winner
Don't
of
isolate
the
that.
Bite Me Tackle $50 grab bag fun pouch. That send the you got a private message, the Stray Cast guys, and boom,
Yep.
boom, Stray Cast Facebook paging. How you feeling, Ryan? You feeling loose? You feeling loose?
Hang on, this is a bad chair for playing a guitar in.
You know, maybe we should let's get Chicago bluesy. How you feeling? Ooh yeah, I kind of feel it. I kind of feel it. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this here a little bit. Let me see. Oh, I like that. Yeah, there we go. Are you ready? Rising with the morning sun, got no work today. You might find me on the bayou, baby, over on the ocean bay. You might be fishing on that mountain stream or the lake down in Tennessee. Well, but why don't you grab your fishing pole and you can come along with me? That's right, a good night.
I like to think power pole. I like to think T.H. Marine. I like to think the Line and Lure. I like to think the BTS. I like to think the War Eagle. I like to think the Bite Me Tackle. I like to think me do Bravani. And thank you, Alpha and Glove, for making this show possible. And thank you to all you people for tuning in. Good night. Peace, Bass Galaxy.